What?
What's happening here?
You made that up.
We are live.
We are
What's
live.
going on, y'all? It's the 10-7 show with Tara, Tyra, Goose, and myself. We are back for yet another Sunday. Welcome back. We appreciate y'all hanging with us, and y'all that are with us from the very beginning. We appreciate y'all. Make sure you subscribe to the New Twist Radio YouTube channel, where you can find all of our episodes from the very beginning of the 10-7 show when we started this journey. How many? 4 years ago?
Has it been 4?
Wow. We started before COVID.
2019, yeah.
Yeah, so about 4 or 5 years ago. So.
Oh my gosh, we've been
That's
going
6
strong.
years, isn't it? Oh, I can't count.
We've been doing it for a long time.
It's been a minute.
Don't seem like it, but we kept it going through COVID. So we adapted just like all y'all did. So
exactly.
Absolutely,
it happened.
But once again, thank you for hanging with us and allowing us into your homes, into your phones, and all that good stuff for an hour on Sunday. As y'all know, I like to start off every show by asking everybody how they been. So everybody, how y'all been?
Good.
yeah, man, chilling.
Enjoyed the snow.
Enjoyed it.
I did. I mean,
The snow didn't bother her now.
No shoveling.
Oh, now that part I enjoyed. Yeah.
Right. Mhm.
Looked out my window and was like, well, let me go back to bed.
There you go.
That part.
Personally, that was my only real issue with the snow, was the shoveling.
Yeah. I mean, but we got a good amount. Now we don't need no more. Now spring can come.
Now
Yeah.
spring, I'm ready for spring. Bring on the sun.
It was weird to not get myself together. Like, where's the salt? Where's the shovels? And to see strangers just
Doing
it.
That's what's up.
Thank you.
Next time they snow, send them over here.
Right?
We'll try.
Yep.
So we got a pretty good show for y'all today. It's a pretty good show for y'all today. We got a lot of things that we're going to cover today. We got some.
It's a lot happening.
We have a dating category known as NATO, and it's not
Yeah.
the North Atlantic Treaty Organization.
Go ahead, baby.
You know, I knew that, didn't
Yeah.
I didn't. I didn't know. I'm pretty impressed.
Later. Oh.
Yeah.
What else? We got some pimps in the pulpit that we're going to be talking about today.
Lord.
We're going to talk about
Everywhere.
Cat Williams a little bit.
Again.
We're going to talk about that a little bit. And we're going to talk about how some successful, smart women kind of tend to move towards toxic men. We're going to talk about that a little bit, some of the things that lead to that. And, we're going to give you our opinions on these things and how we feel. And, of course, we want y'all to do the same and give us y'all feedback and y'all opinions on the same thing that we're talking about today. And one of the first things that we're going to do today is, y'all know what we like to do. We're going to start off the show with some. Now I got to find the graphic. Here I am. We're going to start off the show with some Would You Rather. So here we go. One of y'all favorite parts of the show. Yes, it is the Would You Rather portion of the show, brought to you by Therapeutic Billing. And Tara, if you will, please tell us something about Therapeutic Billing.
Absolutely. Therapeutic Billing is a full-service medical billing and credentialing firm that focuses on individual and small group specialty practices. Therapeutic Billing also offers bookkeeping and virtual assistant services. For more information, the website address is therapeuticbilling.com and the telephone number is 610-228-2029.
We'll get y'all
The virtual assistant.
The virtual assistant services. I couldn't think of the word. I lost the word for a second. All right. So, would you rather? Tyra, take it away, please.
Here we go. I think one of these I may have asked in a previous show, but I'm gonna just go with
We'll
it.
go with it and let's see who was lying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Would you rather end war or poverty?
War.
Poverty.
Probably.
I would say war, because I feel like war can create poverty sometimes.
Yeah.
So I'd rather say war.
Yeah, but that's why I said poverty, because if you eliminate poverty,
Right. Maybe we could eliminate war.
with reasons that wars start.
Then they'll find something else to want to colonization, and they'll find something else to want to try to kill people over.
Mhm.
All right, so here we go. Would you rather be able to forget your worst memory or remember your best memory better?
Remember my best memory better.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with that one too, for sure.
Being that I don't know which either one is, I don't know what my very best memory is, and I don't know what my very worst memory is.
It doesn't matter. So just think about it. To you, whether it's a true memory, what would be a bad thing that happened that could be a
I
memory?
would probably.
And would you want to forget it, or would you want to use it and to make yourself?
I think I would go with forgetting my bad memory.
Yeah.
I think I would go with that.
I don't know. I probably say remembering my best memory better too.
Nah. Yeah.
You want to forget your bad one?
No, I want to remember my best memory better. I want to keep my bad memories too, because you know what don't kill you make you stronger.
Allegedly.
But
That is true. Sometimes
if you lose it,
learn,
then there's nothing to feed off of. You dig what
or
I'm
you
saying?
bound to repeat it,
Mm-hmm.
and we don't want to do that. All right, so here we go. Would you rather stay young physically or mentally?
Mentally.
Mentally.
This is a toughie for me.
I'm enjoying getting old, every bit of it. And
I do like. I know we're almost there, but I like the fact that like when you're older, you could just like say whatever, and people be like, "Oh, that's just grandma. She just says whatever."
Yeah, as I approach that age,
But with that, no matter how old you are, as long as you're an adult, you know what I mean, not no kid, and as long as you're respectful, you can do that, and people will just get used to it. You don't have to be old to do that.
Yeah, it's true because I do it now.
Yeah, I would say I'd rather.
old people do it disrespectfully sometimes.
Oh yeah,
For sure.
They do it knowing what they do.
Because it's
Exactly.
hilarious.
Yep.
Not
I would say I'd rather stay young mentally.
absolutely.
And I have for a few reasons, because I've seen some things in my personal life, you know, where as people age, especially if they start to go into mental decline, people tend to want to take advantage of that.
Yeah.
And so I
Absolutely.
like to keep my wits with me. Like, and
Absolutely.
it was so like a quick funny story. One of my grandmothers, she was in her transition phase, passing away, but she still had her wits about her. So my dad and I were like walked in the hallway talking to the nurse, and we were talking about arrangements, you know, 'cause we knew. We walked in the room, she was like, "Y'all out there signing my death papers?"
Oh,
Yes,
are you serious? Oh my God, that's
Yes,
hilarious.
That's something I would say.
She knew what was going on. She knew. Yeah. She was like, "Well, all right." I mean, she was.
I'm like, y'all ain't gotta talk about it in the hallway. Come in here.
I mean,
She's like, "You didn't sign my death papers." I'm talking about. I can laugh on it now, but it was awkward then. But I would like to keep my wits about me today.
Yeah,
absolutely,
for sure.
Yeah.
Justin.
Yeah, stay young mentally.
Yeah.
Sure.
All right, y'all got room for one more?
Sure, go ahead, rock out.
All right. Would you rather live forever or die at a normal age?
Die at a normal age.
I want to live forever.
Whatever that is. The
right.
thing about living forever is you outlive everybody.
That's right.
You got to meet new people.
I'm fine with that.
Nah, I'm good with that.
Nah, I want to live forever.
I'm just like the way the world is
eventually
going.
You start talking to people that don't know what the hell you talk about because
So
they weren't even born.
Right.
You know?
So you gotta make new memories. You gotta get new circles.
Yeah, but
the way the world is going right now, let me just go on to heaven at a
can you imagine
at a good age? Because I don't know if I want to hang around for the next
whenever God
1,000 years. The next
Could you imagine like chasing around your great grandkids?
Yes.
Oh gosh. No.
Or them chasing you around and as you rolling down the hill in a wheelchair that they don't know how to work.
And then you know what else I think about? Like how hard, like some of the older generation, like how difficult it is for a lot of them to like keep up with the technology, and just texting was like a big lift for some of them. You know what I mean?
And
I'm just like, imagine
a lot of things.
Huh?
I said, I know me. The longer I live, the less I'm going to care about a lot of things.
Exactly.
So I might as well just run the natural course.
Yeah.
Wherever I'm supposed to go, I just go.
Yeah. I mean, because I was just thinking, like, you know, like you hear people like back in the day, you know, you just dropped your paperwork off at wherever you needed to go. Now they got to figure out how to upload something to a PDF and how to email it. You know what I mean? I'm just like, imagine what the technology is going to be like, you know, 10,000 of years from now. Like, I'm just not going to feel like all that. I'm just not going to.
How do you know you're not going to feel like it?
Because I'm just not.
Look, right now, it's even when you talk to like a millennial and you mention somebody from like the 80s, and they be like, who?
Right.
Man, getting that all the time because you're 52 years old.
Yes. I'm like, you know what?
Like, it was this dude, Eddie Murphy.
Mm-hmm.
They be like, who?
I'm not changing my answer.
You know,
YouTube is what? What is YouTube?
Right?
Yep.
Hey, look, heroes live forever, but legends never die. So
absolutely. And there are your would you rathers. If you're
Thank
watching this
you.
later on, please put your answers to the would you rathers in the chat, and maybe we'll post your stuff in our 10-7 group.
Absolutely. Yeah. So, excuse me. That will now bring us to the next part of the show, and it's the part of the show that we read your letters, your text messages, and all like that. It is the Dear 10-7 portion of the show. So what happens here if you're new to this segment? People send us letters and emails and text messages and DMs, IMs, and all that good stuff. And with a situation, we keep it confidential. We change the names to protect the guilty and the innocent. Okay. And we give you our unprofessional professional opinion.
Absolutely.
And you can take it or leave it.
Yeah, it is.
But if you should have took it, no matter what, you should have took our advice.
Whether you want to take it or leave it, we're going to say it.
Yeah, exactly. All right, so who up first?
Who's got the first?
Dear 10-7, I have been seeing the same man for a year and a half. In the beginning, we were basically friends with benefits. We were okay with that, having both gone through recent breakups or divorce. Neither of us wanted anything serious. However, after 6 months passed, I started falling for him. He always made clear that if he didn't want to go down that road, we would break ties. But the way he acted indicated that maybe one day there would be more. A few months later, we found out I am pregnant. Our baby changed how we both felt about a relationship, but we had things we wanted to work through before going down that road. I started therapy, not for him, but because I knew I needed it for myself and ultimately our daughter. We moved in together recently, and being together with our daughter has been wonderful. It has made me feel even more in love with him. I recently told him I want us to be official. He said there are still a few things he wants me to work on. Not personality changes, but things like the fact that I'm pushy. I recognize I can be that way and impatient too, but I feel I wouldn't be so pushy if he gave me more definitive answers. What do you think about this?
I need more context into these definitive answers. What questions are you asking?
I think you're trying to turn a relationship into something that it's not. Like you're trying to make a relationship
out of a situation.
And if he's not ready, you can't make
that's definitely what she is.
Yeah.
That's definitely what she's doing.
Mm-hmm.
But he's saying that he wants her to work on some things before he takes that step.
And that's good. I admire him for that.
But it's funny that he's not saying that he want to work on some things on himself before he takes that step.
Didn't he backpedal? I wonder if the kid is causing him to be this way. Because at first, she said if we got to that, he was going to walk away. We're going to break ties. And now he's cool with it? Like, did the kid make a difference?
I don't know.
And if they got to that point and he didn't want to go further, then he would break ties.
Right.
Okay. It seems like he's considering it, but it's probably some character flaws about her that he's not willing to live with for the rest of his life. And
Which
I feel like that he's making, sound decisions. I thought it was a good thing for them to, to move in together. Like he didn't just like up and leave, you know what I mean? Like, this your baby, I'm out. So he didn't do that. Maybe you should take into consideration.
See, if he's saying that she's pushy and impatient, well, she said impatient, but that's something that he could find in probably 7 to 8 women out of 10.
Absolutely.
Oh, for sure.
Oh yeah. But I need more context around what are these answers that she
needs to have a conversation with him. It's his conversation.
Yeah.
She's
start
him her thoughts and then make her decision.
Like she's trying to
based on what's best for her and her daughter.
She's trying to force the issue. He's not feeling it, and if she forces him into it, she's not going to be in a happy relationship.
No.
So what you're doing is you're creating a situation where you're going to be unhappy.
Mm-hmm.
And now you're going to be putting your child through that unhappiness as well. It's something to think about.
Yeah.
Wow.
Just co-parent. I don't feel like
and they haven't even been together a year.
I don't feel like it's gonna be
like you don't even know
baby that fast. She was already pregnant. That's not his baby.
Oh, I'm sorry. I've been seeing the same man for a year and a half.
Oh, all right. Okay. I was about to be like, what kind of gestational period she got?
So it's about 2 years.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, still, that's still not a lot of time.
No, it really is not. No, it's not.
And especially to have raise a whole person with that person.
Yeah.
That has been done with less time, a lot less time.
Oh, don't I know?
Hours that has been.
Oh God. Not 8 hours.
Oh.
All right, Justin.
All right, here we go. Dear 10-7. I had a long-term close friendship that I finally completely severed. This friend is married to a prominent doctor. She started telling me private information about his patients and coworkers that he is obviously sharing with her. She has even discussed patient matters in front of him, and he has not stopped or corrected her. I've also heard him discussing things that I would not want shared. My family changed doctors years ago when I started feeling wildly uncomfortable with how unprofessional he is. Here is where I struggle. Outside of finding this morally and legally beyond wrong, what do I say to our mutual friends who question why I no longer spend time with them? How do I reconcile my conscience with knowing that he has no respect for HIPAA laws and continues to share sensitive information about his patients?
He really could get in trouble.
So my one question is he using their whole names?
That's what I was going to ask. Is he using names?
Is he just saying, I have a patient? We know doctors see people that are sick. Yeah. So, of course, his patient has an ailment or a disease or something like that. So if he's not using names, identifiable information, she tripping.
Yeah.
That's fair. That's fair.
He didn't say that. I mean, because people discuss situations all the time.
Absolutely.
As long as you're not using like things that can obviously point that patient.
As long as he not, Janet Smith, she's 5 feet tall with the short green hair, the tattoo on her neck.
Right.
Then, she got that. Then that's something different.
Right.
But if she babe, or if she's talking to the girlfriend and saying, Johnny has a patient, that has the same thing that blah blah blah.
Yeah.
And
or maybe he's just venting. I mean, you'll be surprised at the things you encounter in healthcare with patients, and sometimes
I can imagine. Yeah,
you vent a little bit, but as long as you do it respectfully, you're not revealing names, addresses, dates, times. Sometimes you're like, can you believe this patient came in and I know that the partner was abusive. You know what I mean? Like people
you frequent his job or something like
right.
Like are you around enough that they be like, yo, I wonder if that's the one.
Right.
Right, exactly. Is that the one that got that bump? Right.
I guess she's uncomfortable because once upon a time, she was his patient. So she's probably like, if you talking about all these other folks, then you definitely talking about me. That's probably
But if they
what
didn't
gives
use
her
her, but if
pause.
he didn't use her name,
It don't
then-
matter. Like if that's my girlfriend's husband, I don't want. Listen, it might be something I don't want my girlfriend to know.
Somebody on Facebook said, "Child, I'm too nosy to unfriend in this situation. I'm more like, so what's going on?"
Right. Right. I mean, everybody has work stories. Everybody has
For
work
sure.
stories.
So not doubt if he was telling his wife about her girlfriend, I don't think if he's a professional, he wouldn't use her name or leave that that's her girlfriend.
Exactly.
I would like to think that's true.
I would like to think.
Don't necessarily believe that.
Things
But this is the flip side. What I also would like to believe is true is that if he did say, "Yo, your girlfriend was in the office today," and guess what, then she's smart enough not to go back to the girlfriend and be like, "Yo,
I would like to believe that too."
Listen, you just never know. You just never know.
So I mean, listen, you don't owe nobody no explanation as to why you don't see him no more. We just don't. We found it out.
I mean, if you feel that uncomfortable, then bounce.
No, but
unless you've heard information about your friends that you're like, great, now I know full well he's talking about me because he's talking about them.
But it's like she not even in like social circles, not going to like barbecues.
No, but that's what I'm saying. Like, unless she heard specific information about people that she specifically knows, that's what made her stop going to him. And then, like, how do you be like, yeah, I stopped going to him because I know that you have herpes. Like, you know what I mean? So, I don't know.
I mean, it could be, yeah.
Like I said, as long as he's not using names and identifiable information, it is what it is.
Yes. Good luck.
And I wonder if they miss you.
Maybe they don't.
No, they all talking about you. Like, no, I'm kidding.
Like, good, because she's weird.
Right.
All right, y'all ready to move on?
Let's do it.
All right. Dear 10-7, I'm in my 30s. I'd gone on a couple of dates with Reese before he left for a 4-month trip. We had sex both times. He was sweet, romantic, and we got along well. When he got back, we started dating again, and he said he didn't want to have sex for a while because he believed he was a sex addict. He started going to 12-step meetings. His rules about sex kept changing. First, it was no sex for 90 days. Then he changed that to some sex acts were okay, but not others. 3 weeks in, we had a really lovely romantic overnight date, and he left to meet a friend for coffee. The next day, he told me they had sex. Oh. Since we hadn't agreed to be exclusive, I overlooked it. A month later, I had to fly to my hometown because my dad was critically ill. My dad, who was critically ill, was transitioning. I was away for a month and was at the nursing home 12 hours a day. It was devastating. Halfway through, Reese called to confess he hooked up with someone online after I hadn't answered a midnight text about how much he missed me. That he'd also been naked cuddling with a neighbor because of loneliness and his addiction. And he was sorry, but couldn't promise it wouldn't happen again. I told him we would talk about it when I got back. Okay. Now I've gotten back to my apartment. I find it full of wilted apology flowers and candy because he had a key. I don't want this relationship to continue because I'm too emotionally extinguished for his guilt and drama. But am I being insensitive to his self-diagnosed condition? After all, we hadn't agreed to be exclusive. Is sex addiction, especially if self-diagnosed, a get out of jail free card for cheating? I can't.
Well, first of all,
It's
you
too
said
much.
it yourself. Y'all weren't
You sound like a
exclusive.
moron.
So everything he told you is really a FYI.
Right. And now you need to figure out if this
Now,
is
if you and your feelings because of it, you need to, like she said, figure out if you want to be in a relationship.
Self-diagnosed sex
Done deal.
addict, naked
deal.
cuddling with a neighbor. a lot to unpack.
And see, what he knows is if you okay with that,
He living his
then
life.
you gonna be okay with
best life.
everything else.
Rubbing his talinacker on everything.
Listen,
Like, I love you. You so stupid. That's probably that did. I'm sorry, but that's exactly what I. That's
You know
why
what?
I love you, because you so stupid.
Mhm.
That's why he love you, because you so stupid. You let him naked cuddle with his neighbor.
Dumb as
Come
dishwater.
sleep with you.
Mhm. And you want to talk about it when you get back? What if you was
And he's
naked
really a
cuddling?
sex addict, and he said he can't control himself. Do you honestly think he was just naked cuddling?
Right.
yeah.
Get from around here, Kirk Franklin.
Exactly.
Just let me stick the head.
Oh, girl, you need to figure out if this. I don't think this is the life you want for the rest of your life. So
No.
you need to just go on ahead and move on.
Mm-mm. Yeah, please move on.
Yeah.
Do yourself a favor.
Sally Echo.
Get rid of all that aggro and agita. You don't need it. Go find somebody else that only wants to naked cuddle with you. I mean, because I can't. Every time you leave a house, you gotta be worried about this man put his penis on something or someone. Leave that man
Whose penis?
Well, don't bring me into it.
He didn't commit it exclusively to her.
He done came home with something he can't wash off.
Uh-huh.
At least.
No, he didn't. But I'm sorry. He's too free with his. He gonna wind up carrying it around in a box.
He letting her know.
This is what I am.
He being responsible with it.
Yeah. I mean, I do appreciate it.
Yo, they had an overnight date. He left and got coffee, came back like, yeah, I banged her. Like, listen.
And you was like,
what?
That's why I love you, girl. You so stupid. You let me do anything.
Listen.
No.
Listen.
No.
You know why?
Why?
Because after that, they got to the point where she left for a month and he banging people every other day. So
exactly.
So she was cool with him leaving, banging her that night, waking up the next morning, getting coffee, banging the chick, and then coming back. I can do whatever the hell I want to do.
And you should.
And then go naked cuddle with the neighbor.
He should, but being that she wrote to us, I'm telling you, run far and run fast. Okay.
Listen,
leave
you
him
see the
alone.
person that he is.
Right.
Exactly.
You decide whether you want to deal with someone like that or not.
He should be.
If you decide you want to continue the relationship, don't write that.
Exactly. Don't write us.
Yeah.
Don't write us. And definitely strap up. Don't have no baby by this man. Good
Yeah,
Lord.
please don't breed. Don't procreate. Not with him.
Yes.
Not with him. He be done slept with the nanny, the kindergarten teacher. No.
Be the slept with the other parents in the parent group.
Look, you see this? Please read this. I know this is Tanya. This guy.
Take your feet, sis. Yes. He would never know when I came back from my dad's. That is true. Protect your pH, honey. That's how we.
I feel like you're a little too trusting. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like you're a little too trusting. I'm sure that there are other people that you could have given a key to, to check on your cat or whatever. Why does he have a key to your house?
Right. You gonna come home and he gonna be naked cuddling with somebody at your house.
Yep, your neighbor or your cleaning lady.
It was.
He
was
in your bed. Your couch. It was your couch. He was naked cuddling with.
Naked cuddling
with the flower delivery lady.
Call 1-800-FLORIST. More flowers and touch his peen. Yep, that happened.
Like, I hired a maid, but then we started naked cuddling.
Like ding dong candy, just like candy.
Mm-hmm. Yep, that happened.
Oh my gosh!
Leave you alone, ma'am.
Yeah.
This choice is yours. You could get with this, or you could get with that.
All right, let's move on. Tyra, you got the next one.
Yes. All right, here we go. I still got tears in my eyes. Oh goodness. All right, I've been married for almost 30 years. We got married very young, straight out of high school, and raised 2 kids that are adults and doing well. Now that there is more time focused on the marriage, I feel like I'm still missing something, and that my husband and I are not really that compatible. While raising kids, I let many things go that irritated me. I was the sole provider, and he was with the children, as we thought that was the best option for us. When the youngest child started driving, I suggested that he go back to work, and was told it would interfere with our life and social calendar. I supported various part-time endeavors, all of which he had some excuse to not continue to pursue and ended. Additionally, I was always helping around the house, did most of the homework with the kids. He would say I was better at it. And basically did the housework while working full time. These days, if we don't go out with friends, there is no conversation between us. I am feeling that the time for me is now. I have provided for almost 30 years and think we both would be better off with other partners. I don't feel like giving him the attention he wants. Kissing and sex is just a chore I have to do. Leaving him would devastate him, but staying would leave me so unfulfilled. Yes, we have discussed many, if not all, of our issues. Yes, we went to counseling where I almost asked for a divorce, but he said he wanted another try. That was 5 years ago, and nothing has really changed. I know I have enabled this behavior for years, so I certainly carry some of the blame. I guess my question is, how do I tell him I want to move on without crushing him? I know there is no other way. Maybe some advice on how to soften the blow. There's no way to soften this.
Hey,
He already knows you want to move on. You just got to do it.
I take care of somebody for 30 years and they do nothing. I want
nothing.
Homeless.
So she working, cooking, cleaning, doing homework, and you, yeah.
That's her fault.
That is your fault. You exhausted. You didn't put your foot down.
Guess what? If you could take care of that whole household for 30 years with him in it,
you can do it without.
Did it for 29 with him gone.
Yep.
Right there.
Yep. Because at this point, you don't have a husband. You have another child.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, you have. And you're exhausted.
Mm-hmm.
And there's no way around it. There's no way around it. He's comfortable in where he is. And I think that's why he wants to stay, because he's comfortable not doing nothing while you do everything. So at this point, you got to stop talking and show and prove. And you just got to move.
You know how the song says everybody plays a fool sometimes?
Mm-hmm.
In this case, it was 30 years.
It was 30 years. But you don't have to play the fool no more.
You want nothing? They at least teach the youngest how to drive.
No, she probably paid for the child to go to driving school.
No, she paid for the child to go to driving school.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
She paid.
Mm-hmm.
So plus, I'm like, yo, what kind of dude like, babe, can I get a couple dollars all the time?
Right? Like, you can't even get your own deodorant. Like, what you? Every excuse under the sun not work.
And then when it comes to like the, sex, and once it starts to feel like a chore, I know, like for women, like it's hard to, when you have your significant other, I wouldn't just say women, but your significant other is so childish and just won't do nothing. It's hard to feel sexy and want to sleep with that person. Because at the end of the day, you feel like you're sleeping with a child and not a full-grown adult. Right. Because you want to sleep with this person and then turn around and go and do everything. Like it's just, and that's why you're feeling like it's a chore. You just doing it because you're married and you got to do it.
Right.
It's not exciting to you anymore.
Right.
Because of that. But at this point,
they've been together for 99 and a half years. Right. So she's probably never been with any other man.
Right. And at this point, you've been talking about leaving. And I think he really just he don't think you want to leave. So at this point, you got to just put your money where your mouth is. I bet you he'll get a job done.
Oh, he gonna have to. His cash cow will be going.
What you mean? He gonna move in with his side joint? You know he got one.
Oh God!
What else he do with his time?
What does he do all day? The children are grown. Yeah, she's right.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, like, what were these endeavors? Like, was he trying to start his own business? Like, what were these endeavors?
Trying to keep it from restart.
Like, that's crazy. Like, for 30 years, God bless you, honey.
Now?
And you went to counseling. Tell us how it panned out. Because it sounds like she want to go. She just trying to.
I think she should.
It sounds like she cared too much about what he thinks.
I think she should.
Yeah. After 30 years of taking care of this grown man.
Mm-hmm. He'll be fine.
Like you should be. You've been working for 30 years taking care of this. You should be retiring.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Right, y'all. The kids are grown. Y'all should be traveling.
I would love to know their ages because technically they could be our age.
Right.
There's people our age that are retired.
But I'm just saying, like, you were like 30 years. We've been married 23. It ain't that far off.
Right.
So, you know what I mean?
But I mean, right. They should be like, getting their empty nester plan on. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Taking weekend trips, enjoying each other, and all that other stuff. But that's wild. And
Go find you a new boo.
He did.
Goose is convinced that he got a new boo.
What else he doing?
Yeah.
He don't work. He don't take care of the kids.
Well, the kids are grown.
The
children are not even part of the
he hasn't taken care of the kids. He don't clean. What he doing with his time? Playing Madden?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Golf, I don't know.
Yeah, I agree with Goose. I think he probably do got something. He probably do got something on the side.
Yeah.
And that's the nail in the coffin. I mean, you might as well just pour salt in the wound after that. I'm gonna do all this for 30 years and then you go get a chick on the side. Yeah.
I will choke the life out of you slowly.
Maybe you need to find that out.
Now, just out of legal purposes, we ain't saying he got a chick on the side.
We're saying it's a strong possibility.
We're just saying it sounds like that could be a possibility. That's what's happening.
Yeah, for sure.
For legal purposes.
It's a high likelihood.
All right, well, let's move on from
them. Well, good luck, honey.
Level of dysfunction.
Remember, I just had it up at the bottom of the screen. If you want to send us your Dear 10-7 letters, you can send them to 10-7show@gmail.com, or you can go to newtwistradio.com and click on send a Dear 10-7 letter. They're right there in the middle of the page. We're going to move on from this, and are we gonna talk about Cat? And then are we gonna talk to that?
Yeah, I mean, we can. I mean, I think everybody already knows like what's happening with Cat. Right? Don't we all know?
Yeah, he's scorching the earth.
Yeah. Can somebody like start off, because my dog's doing a pee-pee dance. I gotta get somebody to take her out. Hold on.
Okay.
I have to look away from my notes.
Well,
anyone.
As most people know, Cat Williams was on show Club Shay Shay, podcast or interview show by Shannon Sharp, former NFL tight end, Hall of Famer. And he had quite a bit of things to say about quite a bit of people. And since then, he has been continuing to say things. I mean, we're talking about Diddy,
Cedric the Entertainer.
Oh, he talked about a lot of people.
Harvey,
Kevin Hart,
Ludacris.
It was a lot of people he talked
The funniest was Steve Harvey.
People have been going back into into the vault, because I didn't really realize the whole. I used to watch Comic View all the time. Never even made the connection that Cat Williams was on Comic View. So what I can say is, from the videos and people going back, like showing the similarities between those, I'm gonna say that Cedric the Entertainer was like in my top 5.
Yeah.
And now this has really kind of scorched me.
Yeah.
Like I had a lot of respect for Ced, and I'm just like, bruh.
Yo.
I know, I love
Ced. But
Ced.
the crazy part is when they do the clips next to each other.
Yeah.
Yo,
verbatim.
Damn word for word.
It's verbatim.
Yes.
Try to change.
I'm like, I held him in such high regard in my mind.
Yeah.
But comedian.
Yeah.
And you know what I mean? Like, you couldn't tell me nothing. And like, that was a blow to me. Like I expected better. Even with the situation with Martin, he talked about the situation with Martin and the Big Mama's house situation. Everybody has their own take on putting black men or men period in dresses. We're not here to discuss that. But what we are here to discuss is like intellectual property.
That's what it is.
Basically, that's what it is.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just like, shame on you. Like, and we all knew about, we all heard about the stuff with Steve. We all knew that people thought he was a snake. I'm not surprised at all.
He not even funny though.
For 30 years, Goose and I have been saying
jokes.
Steve Harvey is the most unfunny. I don't understand.
I always thought he was funny.
I never thought he was funny.
I thought his funniest stand-up was the one we had on the yellow suit. That was
I don't even know if I saw that.
The Mitch Green one.
Yeah.
I I
But
know
I'm just
he's
so
funny.
like
Everything he's done, that whole book that he wrote, I was like, that is common sense, which I mean, at this point, common sense is no longer common. But I was like, how did he get to be where he is? Like, who is following this fool?
listen, I thought Steve Harvey was funny. I did. I like the old countryness, of it all. But I am just like so taken back, and I feel bad for Cat Williams. Like that's crazy to just like see people just like still like that. Like
Why
come
do you
on,
feel bad
y'all.
for Cat Williams?
For all the years that he had to go through watching this, you know what I mean, and not speaking on it for years.
But that's on him.
Yeah, I wonder
Yeah,
what
that is
finally
on
do y'all
No,
know what was the straw that broke the camel's back? What made him finally be like, that's it, I'm fed
It
up?
was that Shannon Sharp tequila. Or what is it? Whiskey.
He wasn't even drinking that much of it though. He wasn't drinking that much of it.
We don't know what he was drinking before.
Beforehand, no, we don't.
I mean, because I didn't watch the whole thing, but it was definitely like 2.5 hours long. I
watched it. It
Did
took me
you?
like 2
Okay.
days, but I watched the whole thing. I always do that, especially if we want to talk about it, because I like to watch.
Mm-hmm.
That's just me. But
Yeah.
I'm glad that he's as intelligent as he is. But I knew that just from his stand up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That
Well, most comedians are really intelligent.
yeah, but not all of them.
I say most.
Yeah.
Most. Like I'll put him like Chris Rock. Like you can kind of tell that there's a different level of intelligence based on their comedic output. So wow, I would just say, you know what I mean? That's just
Oh.
wow.
Okay.
Cedric came up on the show before him, and he came on to clear his name.
Oh, so we gotta watch the one with Cedric.
Yeah, I saw some clips of the one with Cedric. Steve was on there too.
And he said some stuff about Ricky Smiley too.
Yeah, he did say some things like
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, Ricky Smiley, you heard this? Ricky Smiley ain't kid.
But see, honestly, I think his reality show ruined it for me. I was done with him with his reality show.
Who, Ricky Smiley?
Yeah.
I didn't even know he had one.
I did not appreciate like his character. He came off to me very arrogant in his reality show. I just like I was turned off from his reality show. To me, kind of ruined it because some people don't really need to know you on that level if you're a celebrity. They just need to know your talent and that's it. They don't need to know you on a personal level. And for you to put cameras and show us who you really are, I was done with Ricky after that.
And what you just said right there is why I really what Cat Williams said about all these people didn't faze me at all.
Oh, really?
Like, it didn't faze me at all. Like I don't think any differently about anybody he spoke about.
But I'm just talking about in my mind, like if you know how you go, my top 5 comedians, this and this. Like Cedric was in my top.
Yeah, but it surprised me.
It surprised me. It surprised me, but it didn't make.
But he said it or that it happened.
Say again.
It surprised you that he said it or that it happened.
A little bit of both. I'm more surprised that it happened. But him saying it like it's going to come out eventually. I'm surprised that it didn't come out before.
I'm surprised.
Before that.
Yeah, I'm surprised it took this long because I was an avid comic view watcher, and I remember that. I remember that. Like, I remember Cat Williams coming on. I remember that episode, and I didn't even put it together.
But here's and that particular joke. I didn't think that joke was that funny.
And not when he did.
I didn't think it was that funny when Cat Williams did on Comic View. I remember. I was like,
I thought it was funny when Seti did it.
Yeah, I thought when Seth did it, I thought it was hilarious.
I thought it was funny in the moment of being in the movie theater, everybody laughing. Oh yeah, that was funny. But like, if you ever go to a comic, watch a stand up with me, or go to a show with me, I'm not one of them automatic laughers. Like, I'm not laughing because the punchline was said, and like some people just start laughing. It might be funny to me, but it don't necessarily make me laugh out loud. I need to, I want you to make me laugh. Cat Williams can make it. A lot of comedians can make me laugh.
Yeah.
Cedric the Entertainer is a comedian that can make me laugh at times, but I also know that Cedric the Entertainer tends to not repeat his jokes quite often. So I tend to know that he tends to try new material a lot because he doesn't want to be one of the, because he said I think he said it before, and somebody watching can keep me straight on it. Musicians can play the same song for 30 years and people gonna love it.
Mhm.
Comedians can't tell the same joke
Right.
for
Right.
30 days and people love it. You know what I
Right.
mean? So
Mhm.
he always tries to keep it fresh. So I always saw Said in a different light. It's never
Yeah.
been one of my tops, but I always saw him in a different light from other comedians.
But my thing is, are you really trying to keep it fresh? I mean, who else you done stole from? Because my thing is like once you've been like caught in the act, like in my mind it's like, okay, who else you been stealing from? Are you going around to these comedy clubs, these young upcoming comedians stealing their stuff? Like I can't rock with you. I cannot rock with you. And I can say, and Justin can tell you this. Cat Williams has always been my favorite comedian. Always. Always. I was going through a rough time in my life. Justin knows this. He took me to see Cat Williams. And this is for all of this. But I was going through a rough time in my life, and I would watch Catpocalypse every night. And I
don't think I've ever seen that. We had to watch it.
huh?
That smells so good.
I would crack up every night because I was like, I refused to go to bed like sad. And I knew that Cat Williams would give it to me no matter what I watched. I would watch it all the time.
Yeah.
But just before all of this, he was always my number one.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I really like him too. I mean, and I didn't follow him in his younger years. Like I didn't know him until after Friday. So
Who are you talking about? Cat Williams?
Williams.
Yeah.
Now he came into fruition on Friday. Like that's when everybody when I saw him on Friday, I didn't remember that he was Cat in the Hat from Comic View.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
I didn't remember that.
But after Friday, he became Money Mike.
Right.
Right.
So you didn't even think about Cat in the Hat.
Right.
So yeah, I think he stands out in everybody's mind after Friday.
Yeah.
He kind of stole the show in that movie.
Oh yeah, kind of. He did.
Yeah, he stole the show.
Yeah.
But I think a lot of people are coming out in support of him because he has video proof.
I was going to say because it's evidence of what
he's
saying.
not.
He got
So he's not lying.
Right.
Like,
He got receipts.
roll that beautiful bean footage. Like
Right.
legitimately.
So yeah, I was very, very disappointed, and I can't rock with it. I just can't do it. Like
Yeah.
you just been tarnished, bruh. I don't know how you gonna bring it back.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
I went after what's his face too? Kevin Hart. He went after Kevin
oh,
Hart.
I never thought he was funny.
Mm-hmm.
Like that funny. Like the way you feel about Said was the way I felt about Kevin Hart. Like, and he knows this before all this. I just like I just can't get with him. Like
Yeah.
I always felt like he was trying to be funny. He wasn't naturally funny. Like it just wasn't just who he was. I just felt like he was acting, and like to me, people that's like really funny, that's just really who they are. They're not even trying to be funny.
They're just having a natural conversation and they're
Exactly.
hilarious.
I never got that from Kevin Hart. I always felt like everything was scripted, like he was trying too hard, and it was just never. I mean, I had fallen asleep on his stand-up.
Wow. Yeah, that's bad.
I mean, because he has during his stand-ups a few jokes that are funny, but it's like it ain't no Eddie Murphy delirious. You know what I mean?
Right.
You laugh from the beginning to the end.
Mm-hmm.
It's not that.
Mm-hmm.
You dig what I'm saying? Most of his jokes that you laugh at because they're relatable.
Right.
Exactly.
You've been in that situation or you've seen it. You dig what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Right. And
Go ahead.
go ahead, babe.
No, because I'm gonna wrap it up.
Oh, no, I was just gonna say, and most of it I realize is like storytelling with the formulas and all that stuff. But I don't even think he's a good storyteller. Like I just feel like everything is scripted.
I don't feel like he's a storytelling comic. I mean, he tells stories, but he's not a storyteller. Like
I feel like he's a comedic actor, but not a comedian.
Chappelle is a storytelling comic.
Yeah.
Richard Pryor was a storytelling comic. You know what I mean? Like Richard Pryor changed the game in that sense.
Right.
Kevin Hart is a joke telling comic, but not a joke punchline telling comic. Not like a knock who's there, boom. The old school comics would tell jokes. Just go tell a joke. Here's the next joke. Here's the next joke. Pryor changed a lot of that. Kevin Hart is kind of like, I'm gonna give you a long story that's funny. But then I'm gonna give you a whole different story and a whole different story. Whereas Chappelle will tie the whole thing together.
Yeah, together, right?
Yeah.
Kevin Hart doesn't do that.
Yeah, I like that when comedians do a joke in the beginning.
Right.
And then the punchline of that joke is the last line before they leave the stage.
Yeah.
I really like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that. Like it to me, it's kind of like a good sermon.
Absolutely. They bring it around,
Topic,
bring it full
and you
circle.
bring it back. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? You bring it back to the beginning. Because to me, that means that you did your homework. And I was just never a fan of Kevin Hart. I'm sorry.
Here's somebody on Facebook says, honestly, I've seen Chappelle 3 times and he repeats his jokes. I've never seen it again.
Wow.
Whoa.
I've never
He does.
I've never seen Chappelle in person.
I mean, but this is the thing. When somebody performs that much,
they gotta repeat.
you know what I'm saying? Like, how many Netflix specials do you have?
Right.
Does he have? You dig what I'm saying? With different jokes. And then when you go to see him live, it's probably a mishmash of a bunch of the jokes from the specials and maybe 3 or 4 new ones thrown in there.
Exactly.
All right, Justin.
I'm gonna wrap it up. I'm gonna wrap it up with this. I think a couple weeks ago, one of my favorite comics is George Carlin. Like, there is and if you want, I can send it to y'all. I'm surprised I didn't. There's an AI generated stand-up of George Carlin, all new material.
Really?
Now, it's not like he's on stage and you see him. It's like a kind of like a video show, like pictures and stuff.
Okay, right.
But and it tells you this is not George Carlin. I am an AI generated. I did this. You know, I'm imitating George Carlin. And outside of a few times here and there, you're like, you forget you're not listening to George Carlin. I mean, the tempo is there, the attitude is there. Like, it's
who is getting paid for this? This is super ugly. Like, who is getting paid for?
And I think the title is "I'm Glad I'm Dead" or something like that.
Oh, yeah. Y'all can't even let these people rest in peace. They didn't put a hologram of Tupac. Did they put a Biggie hologram? Let these people rest in peace.
That happened years ago.
I know, but I'm just saying, this AI stuff is getting out of hand. Let these people rest in peace.
Yeah.
Ain't no lot bother them.
Okay, let's move on.
All right, let's go.
And y'all got y'all final thoughts? Y'all final twists?
Yeah, we got some stuff we need to talk about.
Okay.
All right, so let's go to this. So this was referenced a few times on the show. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this in here. This is the video of the guy that was he's coming out of anesthesia, and he had a few things to say about his lady. So let's
is that his wife? I think. Is it his wife?
I think so.
Significant other.
We'll find out.
You heard me? I had a threesome a couple of days ago, and it was great.
What the fuck are you talking about?
You heard me?
I think that medicine got you hallucinating or talking out your mind or something.
I know what I'm talking about. You just stupid. That's why I love you, because you stupid. You believe anything I say. I done cheated on you so many times.
So many times, huh? So let me ask you this. Last night when you said you was going to work, where was you at?
I was at my baby mama's house. I got a baby on the way.
I'm not pregnant.
Anybody talking about you, stupid? I got my side piece.
So yeah.
Yeah, he gonna wake up divorced. Oh my gosh.
You so stupid. That's why I look. Why you say it like that?
Now you see why I said what I said about that letter. The therapist said he love you because you stupid.
You stupid.
Plausible deniability.
Yeah.
Sir.
Sir.
Under the influence, I can't be responsible for anything I say.
No, because but you were under the influence. That's how we know it's true.
That's how
My thing is,
no, it's true.
Drunk.
You should have started gathering information. What's your baby mama name?
Yeah, she should have asked specific questions.
Asked specific questions, and I would investigate, and I'd have kindly had him served right at that hospital.
The fact that she didn't tells me that he doesn't even have a baby mama.
That's not true.
What? Where you pull that from?
You should.
He does not have a baby mama.
How you know?
Because she ain't asked me what's her name.
See, no.
And she ain't say who. She ain't even say who.
Exactly. That's why he loved her, because she's stupid.
She's stupid.
I would have been like, really? Who your baby mama?
Mm-hmm.
I played right along.
And for real, he may not even went somewhere last night. she might have just said that because he's under the anesthesia.
Mm-hmm.
And when you just going to say so, you going to say some stuff that comes to your mind under anesthesia.
Did I say
Y'all are
anything?
just so defending this dude. Really?
Exactly.
You can't take that as gospel because you can't even use lie detector test in court.
That's true, but what you can do is ask more open-ended questions and do some research.
She
You got a
didn't do that.
video.
She didn't do that.
We
Man,
don't know.
he's wrong. He's flat out wrong for disrespecting her, calling her stupid and all that.
Exactly.
He flat out wrong for
It
that.
wasn't just stupid. It was stupid. You stupid
So stupid.
with 2 O's.
He felt that in his heart, even in the anesthesia.
Think about had a threesome.
That's
Why
why I
you call
love
that
you,
dumb
because
bitch?
you so stupid.
Because you so stupid. I done cheated
Make
on
your
you
own
so
curse.
many times.
I mean, there's-
Wow.
like we know, there's a video out there on the internet with somebody coming out of anesthesia. They thought their teeth fell out.
That is
Yeah.
true.
I saw that
And
one.
you can see their teeth right there in the video,
Yeah.
attached
Absolutely.
inside of their own mouth.
That's
Yeah.
why you ask more questions.
Gotta
I would
ask
have
open
pen and
ended
But you
paper.
can't even believe that those
She ain't
answers are
dig deep.
true.
She ain't dig deep enough.
She didn't dig. And that's okay. Then you
Suppose he
that
asked the
you
question
investigate.
and he'd say her sister name.
Hey,
Well,
hey, look here, brother. I don't know your name, but you holler at me and Goose if you need a legal team. We got you. 'Cause we're not defending you. We defending the situation.
That's what
Yeah,
it is.
okay.
It's not about you. We don't know you. We know the situation.
I
Yeah,
can't.
okay.
I don't like
I
how
would say the same thing. It was if the roles were reversed.
No, you wouldn't.
Absolutely.
No, you wouldn't.
Reasonable doubt.
Plain and simple.
whatever.
Reasonable suspicion is what he gave her.
Well, he gave her
did.
some,
A reasonable
Yeah.
suspicion
That's
does
all
not
right.
equate to guilt.
he gave her
Exactly.
It
something to
doesn't.
start with,
It
so
equates to an investigation.
you better get a
Well,
hold
go
of
ahead, and she want to be McGruff the crime dog.
Put on
And
her
go find
detective
there and
cap.
find out what's going on. Tell her go ahead.
Mhm. That's what
Now,
I.
let's put Tyra in the situation.
Oh Lord, don't put me in.
No, it's gonna be easy. I have surgery tomorrow.
Uh-huh.
We hanging tonight.
Mm-hmm.
I don't go anywhere tonight.
Right.
You know where I've been all night, all day. We've been together all day.
Mm-hmm.
I come out of surgery talking about, I was with my baby mama last night. Are you going to go in deeper and ask questions?
No, because I was
Because
with
you
you.
knew-
I know you.
Because you
right.
know you wasn't. That's not.
I would definitely record you and laugh at you behind.
And that's what she did.
Mm.
Now we're all laughing at her.
Yeah.
No, we're not.
I know. But see, you wouldn't be like, "Oh, you so stupid."
I hope I
Right.
wouldn't say that.
Oh,
I
right.
hope I wouldn't say that, boy. Oh my God.
I mean, you did.
Matter of fact, Justin,
Look, he
right
did.
now, let's make a pact. We will
Yeah.
escort each other to surgeries.
We have.
Pick each other up.
Did I
Is he serious? Is he serious? What?
I done had several surgeries, y'all, and Justin has been there.
But
And
no,
I
but,
take anything out of sort.
but Tyra,
Nothing that I remember.
Tyra, did you hear what Goose just said?
No, what he say?
Goose wants to make a deal with Justin right now that if either one of them ever have to have surgery again in this lifetime, that they will be each other's escort to surgery.
Oh hell no! Sorry,
I got you.
no, absolutely
Yeah.
not.
I got you.
How y'all gonna do that without us finding out?
It is.
Sarah, I'm gonna call
You know
you.
why? Because I'm a fire preventer, not a firefighter.
No, we talk Tyra and I talk 900 times a day, minimum.
Right,
Justin's having surgery or you having surgery, we would know about it.
right, exactly.
So no.
Well, you can know. I'm like, you like, what time your appointment? I'm like, don't worry about it, babe. Justin taking me.
Oh, well, see now for sure.
Now my spidey is tingling.
I'm
Right?
gonna kick you.
Now my spidey says, "Why he going?"
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And all of a sudden,
Because you said you had something to do, right?
Goose come in the house. Goose come in the house all wrapped up. Tyra don't know what's going on.
Here he
He
comes.
come crying in his nonsense.
Here he comes with the foolishness. I knew it. It's only a matter of time
Here he come.
with his foolishness.
Oh Lord, you writing emergency contact? Probably.
Probably, yeah.
Most
Most
women
women.
only want a good man when they're washed up with their crazy ex-kids. Woo! Nice.
What?
Rough.
That
rough.
is. I'm sorry if you had that experience.
Yeah,
Woo! Yeah, that
That's
one came.
Mm.
That one came from deep.
yeah. That
Yeah,
sounds
that
like
was
that
deep.
sounds like somebody hurting.
Yeah.
Don't be talking about people like that. You're not hurt.
That sound like that
You
came from
are
a place of
fine
hurt.
to give up your own analysis. Thank you for your support.
Thank you for your
Mhm.
input.
Then if I was to say, well, most men only want to settle down when they get old,
But
and
you're
their
on
penis don't work.
You're on the show.
That would be a problem.
But you're on the show, so it has to.
They have medication for that.
And then they want to look for where all the good women. You dogged them all. That's where they went.
Not me.
But that's what I'm saying. Like if I said that, it would be a problem.
Yeah.
So.
All right, let's move on so we can wrap this party up.
Yeah.
So do you want me to talk about NATO and not the North American Theater
Yeah,
Organization?
let's talk about NATO.
Okay.
North American Theater.
What is
What?
it?
Don't worry about
What's
it.
it stand for, Justin?
You tell us.
North Atlantic Treaty Organization.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so in my version of NATO is a new dating trend that's emerged that redefines traditional dating norms, which is why these people are so weird. Not attracted to an outcome.
What?
Or NATO. So
Okay.
basically, dating is an approach where individuals focus on enjoying the present
Oh,
moment.
no end game.
Yeah, there's no end game. We're just
Okay.
doing whatever. So one of us kept
Yeah.
something, including a baby. The process of getting to know a potential partner without placing excessive pressure on the future trajectory of a relationship. Maybe that's
Oh,
what.
that's like being friends first.
Yeah, maybe that's what Naked Cuddler is into. Maybe that's his thing.
Naked
No,
color.
naked color.
He a serial naked
No.
color.
Naked color is in the
Naked color is about sensuality.
Yeah.
Well, NATO dating involves embracing the journey rather than fixating on a specific end goal or outcome, and allows relationships to evolve organically for a more relaxed and enjoyable experience. I don't like that.
Yeah,
This
I
approach,
feel like that happens naturally, though. I mean,
it really kind of does. Like, you get to know somebody, you see
right.
if
And
it
things
don't
evolve.
work.
No,
feel like
but
it-
see what this but the thing about it is that there's no expectations. And that is the part that people find difficulty in dating.
Oh, okay.
Knowing what the expectation, wondering if you're meeting the expectation. You dig what I'm saying? But if there is no expectation and you both are here for the ride and enjoy if you will, get off if you don't.
So if we fall in love and have this great love affair, great. If we have 9.5 weeks, that's great too.
So it sounds like
while it lasts.
Yeah, it definitely
sounds like
it sounds like
traditional
traditional
dating to
dating. I mean, I don't
Yeah,
know.
that's what it sounds like to me. I don't
Millennials
see
and
much
these
to do.
Gen Zs are making up.
But the thing about it is that a lot of women now date with the expectation of marriage. Or the
Well, I don't know so much anymore. That's kind of why this was so interesting to me. Like these new folks, this Gen Z, they different.
They buck against tradition.
Like, oh, I'm just gonna have a baby mom and a baby.
They buck against tradition. They want to live the way they want to. Like, they don't want to live according to tradition.
There you go.
Which
No
every
lie.
generation has pretty much done since for a very long time. I don't know.
Yeah. So
I think it's a good idea.
sure, why not?
Yeah, rock with it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm married now, too late for me, but you know.
So you wake up one day like, damn it, now I'm 50. I should have had a kid a long time ago.
There's people like that already doing it before it was called NATO.
Yeah,
Yep.
exactly. I think they just put a name to it.
They just gave it a title.
Yeah.
So this thing already existed, is what y'all are saying.
They just
You
labeled
believe.
it.
They
Yeah,
just
they just now
they just called
categorize.
it a TikTok term, basically.
Yeah, they categorized it now.
Mm-hmm. All right, let's talk about these pimps in the pulpit.
Oh,
The Pimps in the Pulpit. Woo!
no. So what's going on?
That video.
Right.
Who's talking about that one?
Do we have the video?
No.
I don't think there's a video.
It was a video.
There is a
It wasn't
video,
for
but we don't
the
have
video.
the video.
Oh, that's my bad.
They were escorting.
Sorry.
It was in the comments.
Somebody put it in the group. That's
I
where I
did.
saw it. Oh, Goose put it in the group.
Okay.
So
I put
Past-
it in our chat.
no, but somebody also put it in the
Oh,
10-7 group on Facebook. Pastor Ricky Scott Sr., you've heard of him?
No.
Of
I'm
East
not
Saint,
sure the video.
right, East St. Peter Missionary, East St. Peter Missionary Baptist Church.
Rocket Jericho.
Fire and brimstone.
Fly.
So anyway, the church is in Mississippi. He's been fired by the deacon board because all hell broke loose when his pregnant side piece caught everybody off guard when she popped up to Sunday service to lay hands, and not in a good way, on the first lady. And Sharon. So the pregnant girlfriend wasn't the only one, though. So it turns out that he has been messing with quite a few women in the congregation. It says taking a few of these women down to Pound Town. I didn't make it up. That's what the article said.
Yeah.
The deacon board was jealous.
And the deacon board was jealous. So anyway, the first lady said, despite the cheating and the bonus baby on the way, he's her man and she's going to stick beside him. She's a special kind of silly.
Don't they always? Unfortunately, what I'll say is don't let situations like these impact your relationship with God. People are fallible, no matter how talented they are. But it does a disservice though to the entire body of Christ when you do stuff like that. And then from what I hear, like he refused to leave, like he didn't want to leave. Like, bruh, you need to be sat down. You are in an egregious error. And I don't even know what else to say about that. That's absolutely horrible. More power to the wife for staying with him.
Really?
I mean, I don't know how she do it, but more power to her. She's gonna need all the prayers.
Yeah, and
because she's the first lady,
and she's going to need diapers and wipes and formula and strollers and all that other kind of stuff for the bonus baby.
Yeah, they all are.
Yeah,
everybody gonna need them jumps. I think it's interesting when people just come out in public and say, "I'm sticking by mom." I think that's very interesting. Like when somebody comes out in the public and wants to say that they're sticking around, I feel like there's an ulterior motive. I
mean, she's not going to be the first lady of this church anymore because he's been removed.
He's been removed.
So, and I know a lot of women like love that title and love whatever comes along with it. I don't know. I'm Catholic, so I'm a heathen. Whatever comes along with being the first lady. But I mean, isn't there like a vow or some shit you take when you're a pastor about sticking your peen in random?
Well, first of all, it's in the 10 Commandments, so you don't even have to be a pastor.
Right. It's just a
read the Bible.
So you don't even have to be a pastor.
I've never read the Bible.
You know what I mean?
So, rules of the company.
What it is a complete lack of self-control.
Yeah,
which is one of the fruits of the spirits. And most people have issues in the area of self-control, not just like in their flesh sexually, but self-control in their finances or self-control in their eating habits or self-control, whatever. It's a self-control issue. And unfortunately, people have an issue with that. He needs to really spend some time with God, do some fasting, do some praying, and really thank God that his wife even decided to stay with him through all of that.
We'll see how long
he may change his mind.
Another church.
Yeah, I'm sure he'll move on to another church and to other people probably.
Yeah.
Why should come over to church?
Right. Thank you, Ryan. You said you make that vibe. But yeah, but what was coming to the church and fighting the first lady? Like,
that
was the point in that?
Plus,
like,
what were you hoping to
we
get
don't
out
know what he told her.
Exactly.
So there's that.
But see, with that, now once you lost that self-control, then you got to start lying. Because I'm sure he was lying to the wife, lying to the baby mama, and lying to whoever else. You know what I mean? Now you just compounding mess on top of mess.
Maybe he been lying. Some of these dudes don't care. And
some of them don't.
Yeah.
Especially if it's a power thing.
And it is.
And a lot of times it is.
You know what I'm saying? So if it's a power thing, by me being blatant with what I'm doing, it makes my power even more in my head when you don't
Right.
do anything.
Mm-hmm.
But that's where the self-control comes from. Because when you're in a position of
Right, I
authority,
understand. But why have self-control if you don't have to?
but that's a part, as a pastor, that's one of the fruits of the spirit. You're supposed
He
to
said,
have
I'll deal with that
self-control.
when I die.
Okay. Let me know how that work out, bro.
Somebody said, "Why you gotta hit it raw?"
Oh Lord.
That
He on his ODB.
is a valid question. Like, especially if you're doing it with
Listen.
a bunch of people in the church. You won't, sir. Again,
Hair like lamb's wool, get you some of that lamb skin too.
gonna be
you
carrying
can't-
it around in a box. Keep it.
I guess you can't be the pastor going up in 7-Eleven buying some condoms.
But you can
Why
go
not?
with another
Just
woman
go
without.
living in another town.
Why not?
I'm just
I
saying, I
mean-
don't know.
And maybe the 7-Eleven dude don't know that you married. So if you're not
That's
married, then you're a
control.
pastor.
No.
It ain't the 7-Eleven dude that
And
I'm,
be the
that I'm talking
husband of
about.
one wife. How about you control yourself?
Listen, he could have not been married. I'm talking about the 7-Eleven situation.
Whatever.
Just a single dude.
Yeah.
And 7-Eleven don't care as long as you got the.
It's not the 7-Eleven I'm talking about. I'm talking about like his parishioners seeing him. at the 7-Eleven.
You can go to any 7-Eleven. He don't have to go nowhere near them. Drive to the next town.
Send it to him.
Amazon, send it to a locker.
Right. It's no excuse for you. You don't have self-control.
Yeah.
In that area.
Mm-hmm.
And you
You
want
don't have
to
any
get
self-control.
ties to your church.
Welcome to the 10-7 show, where you learn how to hide your backslidingness.
Not over here.
Yeah, Justin, when you text me around like Wednesday, use that clip. When you text me to ask me, use that clip.
So yeah, I don't choose them. I don't know.
I don't condone it. No. You need to be sat all the way down.
Yeah.
Go on. You need to have several seats.
I wonder if the deacon board talked to him about it. Like, we know what you're doing. Stop it. And then he didn't. And now they're like, now you got to go.
Mm.
The two be a
And now you made a public spectacle. Because now the
he
whole
did.
world knows
The
what
baby
you
mama did.
Yeah.
No, he made it because by sleeping with her. He
Yeah,
caused
he-
that whole
But
situation.
he's at the root of the cause. Yes, he
Yes,
is.
he hit her crazy button and got her pregnant.
All night.
Oh my goodness.
But I'm
On
sure,
to the next
Justin,
topic.
we need to move on.
Sir, you need to be sat down.
Justin, we need to move on.
All right. Let's move on. What?
This is the last little bit. This is the last little bit, and then we have to get off.
He should have got off that girl. Never mind.
Oh my goodness.
I couldn't. I had to. It got too quiet. I had to. I'm sorry.
Yeah. All right.
All right.
All right. Just real quick. So this kind of like brought us into our topic, right? So why are some smart, successful women attracted to toxic men? Any thoughts?
You know why?
That's
Because
why.
they smart and successful don't mean they're not toxic themselves.
Well, I'm going to go through this real quick because it's like almost 8:30. But the first thing that it says is it's hard to recognize abuse. I don't know.
If it's not physical, it can be hard to recognize, especially if you really love that person.
Like if you've been married to somebody for 30 years and you go to work every day and then they don't.
No, but yeah, like they're fine. If you really love that person, you tend to like kind of let things slide, and people don't think their financial abuse is abuse. You know what I mean?
Yeah, abuse in a toxic relationship usually starts slowly and gradually.
Exactly, and it builds up.
As it. This says that toxic men go after strong, successful women. But why is that?
Toxic men go after any woman. They just.
I mean, I guess if you find your cash cow
Because
and
you swing for the fences.
you hitting the crazy button, you know what I mean? Like all you got to do is lay good pipe, and she letting you drive her car, and you got her
But the
credit
thing about
card.
it is, why not swing for the fences?
What does that mean?
Meaning that why, if I'm not trying to be honest and upfront with a woman about the type of relationship that I want, why go get somebody that can't do nothing for me?
Right.
Why not go after somebody that got nice big old house, cars, money? Why not?
So you have to cultivate that. you're not just gonna jump into being with somebody who's
Listen.
got cars and money and a big old
Listen.
house and they giving you stuff.
But see, broke people complain like they got money. All these people out here that you see dripping in all this, they ain't got no money. They wearing everything that they own.
Mm-hmm.
And they pockets are empty. And they using that to get the rich chicks and the successful.
Right, but is it
But then we could but now
is it that bad out there that you just have to accept whatever comes to your door? Like what?
but you don't know what you're accepting until it's too late.
Right. You don't know it's toxic from day one. At day one.
Right.
Well, this is
I would hope you don't know it's toxic.
That corny ass Tyler Perry movie with the horrible wig.
Which one?
Yes.
Oh, Rashad.
Ashtray. He wasn't acting like that in the beginning.
That was his name.
No.
Ashtray?
No, remember he told Ashtray, bitch, give you.
Oh, right.
He wasn't acting like that in the beginning.
Right. It was all like
and then
roses
once he had her,
and
yeah.
And then he became abusive.
See?
Okay. So toxic men go after strong women. They're usually narcissistic in personality. They're self-centered, and strong, self-assured women who will take care of them, like stroke their fragile egos.
Mm-hmm.
Is what this article is saying. Is that basically what you just said?
Yeah. So what they do is they pretty much take an assessment and they find out where you have gaps, and then they do their best to fill that gap until they acquire your trust. And then once they get your trust, it's a wrap. You all in.
Right, you're all in. So then that brings me to the next point, that strong women see themselves as problem solvers, right? Bright, successful women are used to problem solving, I guess. They like fixing issues. So they may see problematic men as a challenge and a project that they could work on. Oh, I can make him be what I want him to be.
But see, sometimes being someone who she believes needs her help is that ploy. Is filling that gap.
Yeah.
And then I think what they're missing in here is I think sometimes arrogance plays a role on the part of the woman.
Oh.
It has to.
Oh yeah.
Because if she's like making it everywhere else, she don't feel like she can be duped. And by the time she realized that she's duped, she all caught up. She done had babies. You know what I mean? I think sometimes you gotta humble yourself a little bit. You know what I mean? And realize that can happen to you too. And I have seen smart, successful women almost lose their whole career.
Right.
Trifling. I've seen it on both sides. But I just think that sometimes people, you know what I mean? You can't equate intelligence to making good decisions. You know what I mean? To being a good person.
Right.
I think sometimes it's that arrogance where they think that they can't be duped because they're so smart or they're successful in every other area. You know what I mean?
Right. It says that successful women feel pressure to have it all. So maybe you get to a certain point in your life and you're like, well, my biological clock is ticking, so you're less cautious with starting a relationship with somebody who has these narcissistic, toxic personality traits.
Right.
Bye, man.
Bye.
Eli's going back to school.
I know.
Bye, E.
Bye.
Bye, Squeezy.
Ooh. That was it, Justin. That
Right,
ends my. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk.
Okay, bye, love you.
Bye, love you.
You know, when y'all was talking, I was just thinking about it made me think of two movies. Two Can Play That Game and Deliver Us from Evil, like what y'all were talking about. Because in Two Can Play That Game, Vivica was kind of like what Tyra's talking about, kind of that person that didn't feel like she could be duped, like she had it under control.
Yeah,
she had her life, her career, and everything under control, and then she got duped.
Yeah,
and then in Deliver Us from Evil, I think that was the movie. She was trying so hard not to be duped that she wasn't letting nobody in.
Right.
So damn, Gotta find that balance. That conversation just made me think of those two movies and those two characters.
And it's hard to find, especially, you know what I mean, when you have built this life for yourself. You know what I mean? And you built it by yourself. You know what I mean? Like people are saying, what's wrong? She must be crazy. She ain't got no man. Something wrong with her. That's the first thing people say. Like you got, she must be crazy. She ain't got no man. So some people will
be people with men.
Or no, sometimes it's those kind of crazy. It's usually
I always had a man. Was something wrong with you then?
Exactly. But it's a delicate dance. But my thing is like, take people for who they are. Like, and as soon as they show you they mess, don't second guess it. Don't second guess what you know. As soon as it come out, like right there, don't let things go on and on and on.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah.
We're gonna get ready to get up out of here. Do y'all have any final twists to
I got one.
Yeah, I got one.
Would you like me to go?
Absolutely.
My final twist is I love being married. It's so great to find that one special person you want to annoy for the rest of your life.
Yes. We got a song we sing and everything.
I understand why that's a goal.
We got a song we sing and everything, don't we, babe?
You got a song?
Yes. Me and
you don't have to tell us on the air, but please.
Okay, I'll tell you afterwards.
Okay.
Yeah,
do I sing this song?
No, me and Christian sing it when we come and messing with
you.
Okay.
Just like I'm
like, I hear that.
And he just let us do it. He just let us do it like a gentleman.
He don't even realize y'all got a little song. That's y'all secret song. He not even in on it.
I don't know why his name in it.
Oh, I know it. Okay.
All right.
I don't have one. I'm gonna pass this week.
Okay.
I got a quote from Ralph Waldo Emerson.
Okay.
To be yourself in a world that is constantly trying to make you something else is the greatest accomplishment.
Hoorah.
Did you say hoorah?
Yeah.
I think that's gonna be my next tat.
Well, it's gonna be my next tat.
That whole phrase?
Yeah.
Ooh. I don't have any tattoos.
Y'all both going to get it?
They're gonna look different.
They're gonna look different.
Y'all should get it like never mind.
Yeah, because I want mine on this sleeve around some other stuff that I got. So I want this thing to like.
Should we get tattoos, babe?
You don't want to get tattoos.
Nope. My skin might fall off. Nope.
Oh, no. You don't get no tattoos.
Yeah,
no. Don't do nothing.
I might end up in the ER. I don't know.
I'm that guy.
Do you have this dye?
Yeah, no.
This ink?
No.
This the ink that you have that's hypoallergenic?
Yeah, no. You don't get
exactly.
Rose petals?
We will get you the kind that come in the Cracker Jack box. You lick it and you stick it. That's your
Be
tattoo.
the longest tattoo session ever.
Mm-hmm.
Get you some henna.
Oh yeah, you can do. Oh no, I don't even know about henna because it's dye. I don't know.
I know. I did get henna before.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you could do henna.
All right. Well, my final twist is very simple and is informative for y'all. 3 weeks from today.
Pitches and catches? No.
One. Hold on. Wait, I'm sorry. We got 1, 2. Next week. 3 weeks from today, we won't be airing a show. Just so y'all know. That'll be Super Bowl Sunday.
Oh yeah.
We're watching the Usher show.
Coming back from Kentucky anyway.
Well, we weren't going to be. I guess we weren't going to do a show either. Regardless.
I'm watching the Usher show.
And I'm hoping that this week.
You watching the Usher show?
Yeah, I'm watching the Usher show.
I'm hoping that this week I will be able to show Tara and Tyra how to go live with each other on Instagram so they can have the conversation that they want to have.
When y'all gonna go live on Instagram?
We ain't even talk about nothing like that.
Oh, okay.
You always throwing the bag in my court.
Oh, no.
So yeah, be on the lookout for that. All right, be on the lookout. So look, we're gonna get out of here. We stayed on a little longer for y'all. We appreciate y'all hanging out with us for this extra time that y'all hung out with us for. We definitely appreciate you. We hope you brought some value to your life. And if we have or if we haven't, make sure you share us with your friends and family and enemies. All right, make sure you go over to youtube.com/NewTwistRadio and subscribe to the YouTube channel, and make sure you go over to Facebook and join the 10-7 group on Facebook. Thank you, Facebook user. We love you back.
Yeah.
And
if we made you smile tonight, come back
Yeah,
next.
I hope so.
absolutely. So we'll talk to y'all next time. We out of here. I guess we'll talk to y'all next week. The Eagles ain't in the playoffs no more, so I really don't care.
Absolutely.
So we'll talk to y'all next week. We out of here. Peace.
All right. Peace, y'all. Be kind.